Welcome to Wichita Falls. It has a population of approximately 104,000 and is the county seat of Wichita County. It is considered the population center of North Texas. Wichita Falls proudly calls itself the home of the finest military installation in the country, Shepherd Air Force Base. It is also home to the world's littlest skyscraper. The Newby McMahon building is located in downtown Wichita Falls and was featured in 1920s Ripley's Believe It or Not for its small size. This is the story of that building. The year was 1912 and oil was gushing out of the ground in nearby Burke-Burnett, Texas. Wichita Falls, the county seat, was the business center of the oil boom. There was an absolute frenzy of crude oil trading and people were just crazy with money. Along comes J.D. McMahon, oilman and promoter. Seeing the urgent need for office space in Wichita Falls, McMahon drew up plans for a multi-story structure to be constructed in the busy train depot district and across from the St. James Hotel. McMahon raises $200,000 from investors, which is about $3 million today. He somehow failed to mention that he didn't even have the property owner's permission to build or that the space available was only 10 by 16 feet. McMahon also failed to mention the scale of his blueprints were in inches rather than feet. So instead of a 40-story building soaring 480 feet high, it rose to just 4 stories and a mere 40 feet high. You can see it compared to other skyscrapers above. The skyscraper was built in a neoclassical style of red brick and cast stone by McMahon's oil-filled construction crew. It has survived tornadoes, a fire, and decades of neglect to stand as a monument to the greed, genius, and gullibility of the North Texas oil boom days. The building is now home to a second-hand antique store called Hello Again. The building's owner and employees are always willing to share the rich history of the building and of Wichita Falls. Wichita Falls is also home to many historic neighborhoods and sites, one neighborhood being the East Side neighborhood, which was traditionally an African American neighborhood dating back to the 1880s. Much of the history is only oral accounts passed down through generations. Booker T. Washington High School was a major site of history in Wichita Falls. It graduated its first class in 1924. Under Principal A. E. Holland, the school became Class A accredited, but after integration in 1969, the building was destroyed along with many other sites across town. The only physical evidence of the school is the historical marker there today. Wichita Falls had many great leaders emerge from the east side of the city. A. E. Holland was asked to be principal, but only agreed if the school was considered a high school. He became principal when the school enrolled 11th graders in 1924. Some other key leaders of the city include Dr. Ann Rourke, first Black woman to operate a business downtown in 1923, Dr. C. Fuller, first Black physician with doctor-patient privileges at Wichita General Hospital in 1948, and Charles O. Ferris, first Black female attorney in Texas and Wichita Falls in 1953. There is another sign further down the street from Booker T. Washington High School that features Dr. Rourke. Her and her husband were active members of their community. Dr. Rourke had a podiatry practice serving the white community, which was very uncommon during this time of segregation. As a couple, the Rourkes operated the Rourke Plaza Hotel and Coffee Shop, attended church, and contributed to the local NAACP. After her husband's death, Dr. Rourke continued plans to open an African American theater, which featured African American artists and movies. Dr. Rourke achieved her goals of bettering the cultural environment of her community. Thank you for taking this trip to Wichita Falls with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Most cities have a diverse and rich history. You just have to be willing to explore it.